Just 1 minute ago, a diplomatic grenade, thrown from Mar-a-Lago, detonated in the chamber of the House of Commons, leaving Prime Minister Keir Starmer politically shattered and utterly humiliated. This isn't a political debate. This is a public execution. At exactly 2:15 p.m. London time, during a fiery session of Prime Minister's questions, President Donald J. Trump issued a statement. A single devastating statement that has been weaponized, live on the floor of Parliament to catastrophic effect. The statement, high praise for King Charles. And in doing so, it has exposed Keir Starmer's government as weak, floundering, and completely out of its depth on the world stage. MPs are stunned. Downing Street is in a state of panic. The special relationship is on fire. And the next 48 hours will determine if Keir Starmer's government can survive this unprecedented transatlantic humiliation. To understand this explosion, you must understand the context. For weeks, Prime Minister Keir Starmer has been on the ropes. He's been battered in the press, mocked in the chamber. He's facing a brutal cost of living crisis, a fractured party, and tanking poll numbers. He has been criticized for appearing weak, indecisive, a manager, not a leader. On the other side of the Atlantic, you have President Donald Trump, fresh from a triumphant state visit to the UK, where he was hosted with full pageantry by King Charles. That visit was a masterpiece of royal diplomacy. We all saw the images. Trump hailing the king as a friend, a great king, and an elegant gentleman. And just days ago, King Charles himself, in a speech, hailed the president's personal commitment to world peace. The two leaders, the populist disruptor and the ancient monarch, have formed an alliance of pure power, and Keir Starmer? He's been left on the outside, looking in. Remember that humiliating footage from the Gaza Peace Summit last month? Trump walking right past Starmer, barely acknowledging him? The headlines were brutal. Starmer snubbed. Humiliating to be British? Starmer has been desperate to regain his footing, to look like a statesman. And today, he walked straight into a buzzsaw. He came to Parliament for a routine debate on the economy. He was expecting a fight, but a local one. He had no idea that the real attack was coming from 6,000 miles away. And that's when everything changed. 15 p.m. Prime Minister's questions. The chamber is packed. Keir Starmer is at the dispatch box, deflecting the usual attacks on his budget. And then, the leader of the opposition, Kemi Badenoch, stands. She's not holding her briefing notes. She's holding her phone. She looks up, a cold, surgical smile on her face. Mr. Speaker, she begins, her voice cutting through the noise. Just 1 minute ago, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, was asked about the future of the special relationship. I have his quote. Right here, the chamber goes silent. You can see the blood drain from Keir Starmer's face. He wasn't briefed on this. His team had no idea. This is an ambush, Badenoch continues, reading from the screen. President Trump said, quote, I have a tremendous relationship, a really great relationship with your king. He's a friend of mine. He's a great leader, a strong leader. He's doing a fantastic job. We're working on some very, very big things together. The Tory benches are nodding. This is the setup, and then Badenoch delivers the kill shot. The president was then asked, she says, her eyes locking onto Starmer, what he thought of our prime minister. The silence in the chamber is absolute. It is terrifying. And the president, Badenoch says, savoring the moment, paused, and he said, who? The opposition benches erupt. The roar is deafening. Shouts of who and shame are thrown across the aisle. It's a joke. A brutal, humiliating joke. And it has just landed live in the mother of all parliaments. Keir Starmer is frozen. He's trying to smile, to laugh it off. But he can't. He is visibly, painfully humiliated. He's shaking his head, looking down, shuffling his papers. Badenoch isn't finished. She leans in. Mr. Speaker, she shouts over the din. We have a president of the United States who praises our king, but doesn't even know the name of our prime minister. It's not just humiliating, Mr. Speaker. It is dangerous. It is dangerous that the man who just months ago was hand-delivering invitations from the king is now so irrelevant that the leader of the free world doesn't even know who he is. She's referencing the photo, the one from February. Starmer in the Oval Office, looking like a delivery boy, handing Trump the king's letter. She has just turned his one moment of statesmanship into his ultimate humiliation. The House is in total chaos. The speaker is on his feet screaming for order. Order, but there is no order. There is only the meltdown. Starmer gets to his feet. He has to respond. Mr. Speaker, he stammers. The honorable lady is playing games. She's playing games with the special relationship. A Tory MP shouts, "What relationship?" "He doesn't know you." Starmer tries to pivot. This government is focused on the grooming gang scandal, on the economy, is on what matters to the British people. He's lost. He's completely lost the room. He's referencing old scandals, old debates. He has no answer. He's been knocked out, cold. The humiliation is total. He's been exposed as the forgotten man. The man who holds the title of Prime Minister, but wields no power, no respect. The narrative is set in stone. Trump and the King are running the world. And Keir Starmer isn't even in the room. 30 p.m., the fallout is instantaneous. The clip, the who moment, is already the #1 viral video on Earth. Sir Starmer Humiliated is trending globally. Ja PM, a leak, a devastating leak, from Starmer's own backbench. A Labour MP speaking on condition of anonymity just told a Sky News reporter, he's finished. He's just finished. How do we recover from that? He looked like a child. The King has more power than he does. Trump proved it. 5 p.m. Downing Street issues a statement, a furious, panicked statement. The Prime Minister and the President have a productive working relationship, it reads. The President was clearly making a joke. We are focused on the real issues. It's pouring gasoline on the fire. By responding to it, they've confirmed how badly it hurt. PM, the first twist. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a random gaffe by Donald Trump. We are getting reports that the question asked of President Trump was fed to the American reporter by a source inside the UK opposition. This was a coordinated transatlantic ambush. Kemi Badenoch didn't just find the quote. She created it. She and her allies set up the question, knowing exactly how Trump would answer. This wasn't just a humiliation. This was an assassination. A political hit coordinated with a foreign power to destroy the Prime Minister, using the King as the weapon. This is unprecedented. This is a level of political dark arts that borders on treason. 6 p.m. The Labour Party is in civil war. The left wing of the party is furious, not at Trump, but at Starmer. He has made us a laughingstock. One MP posts on X. He bent the knee to Trump for the state visit, and in return, Trump doesn't even know his name. This is the cost of weak leadership. The next 48 hours are not about Starmer's survival. They are about his replacement, but we missed something, Kawas PM. The night is dark. The political world is reeling. And we all missed the real story. The double twist, think. Why would Trump, who just had a successful state visit, so openly humiliate the Prime Minister? Why would he praise the King, an unelected monarch, over the Prime Minister, his supposed ally? Because this wasn't about Keir Starmer, this was a message. We are now getting reports from a source deep inside Mar-a-Lago. During the state visit, King Charles and President Trump had a private meeting, no aides. Just the two of them, and in that meeting, the King reportedly expressed his profound disappointment with the Starmer government, his concern over its weakness, its handling of the economy, its unreliability. Trump isn't attacking Starmer. He is acting on behalf of the King. This wasn't a political hit by the opposition. This was a constitutional hit by the Crown. The King, using his most powerful ally, has just publicly, brutally withdrawn his confidence from his own Prime Minister. He has declared Keir Starmer irrelevant. And the opposition, Kemi Badenoch, wasn't the source of the ambush. She was just the vessel. The palace fed her the information. This changes everything. This is the King making a power play, not seen in 300 years. He has just, in effect, fired the Prime Minister on the world stage. 1 p.m., a black car has just arrived at Buckingham Palace. Not Keir Starmer's, it's the car of Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the opposition. She has been summoned. by the king. Minago, a new photo. From a tourist outside the palace gates, a light has just been turned on in the king's private study. He is meeting with her. Right now, the humiliation was just phase 1. Phase 2 is the replacement. Keir Starmer is a dead man walking. We are getting live updates. The situation is still developing. Stay tuned.